for the 2025 CLIA Global Cruise Line webinar series. We're excited to be joining you today with Holland America. My name is Johanna de Guzman, and I'm the Manager of Industry Relations for North American Travel Trade Membership here at CLIA. Before we dive into today's presentation, I want to quickly cover a few housekeeping items. We encourage you to engage actively by submitting your questions through the webinar's questions module, and if time permits, we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation during the live Q&A session. For those of you who might miss today's live session or want to review the content later, this webinar is being recorded and will be available on CLIA's YouTube channel, CLIA Global. It is my pleasure to introduce your presenter, Andrew Davis. Andrew is the Director of National and Strategic Accounts at Holland America Line, where he leads national account strategy and drives growth across key customer segments. With over a decade of experience in sales and business development, Andrew is known for his dynamic approach and commitment to building lasting partnerships with the travel industry. And with that, take it away, Andrew.
Hello, Johanna. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be here, and thank you all for taking time out of your day today to join us live, or if you're watching this as a recording, thank you again. So yeah, we'll just jump in right away and we'll start talking about Holland America Alaska 2027, which you all know we are first in Alaska and have been going up there for almost close to 80 years now. But some of the things I want to just walk through with you today on the agenda is really like understanding how we are the true trusted experts in Alaska, providing you with some top reasons for your clients to sail to Alaska, sharing some of our Holland America differentiators that you may not be aware of, and then we'll talk about some of the itinerary highlights as well as some unique, some of the port highlights and unique shore excursions that your clients can participate in. And then we'll close out with talking about the onboard experience on Holland America Line. So super excited that in 2027, we will actually be celebrating our 80 years in Alaska. So, I mean, we've been sharing the wonders of Alaska since 1947, before it was even a state, crafting journeys that showcase the Great Land's breathtaking glaciers, abundant wildlife, and the rich cultural heritage that your clients can experience up in Alaska. As the longest operating cruise line in Alaska, our unmatched history and expertise provides exclusive access, expert insights, and provides privileged experiences from National Park Service rangers and Huna Tinglet guides in Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve to our immersive wildlife tours available in multiple ports of call throughout Alaska. Some of the top reasons why you would want to you'd want to recommend Holland America Line to your customers for a cruise is that we love Alaska. We are the true Alaska experience. Our immersive Alaska programming really brings the Great Land on board with expert-led presentations, locally inspired cuisine, and thoughtfully curated shore excursions designed to enrich your client's journey. Number two, we have our Alaska Glacier Guarantee. So cruise Alaska with Holland America Line and see a glacier guaranteed. If we do not visit a glacier during the Alaska journey, your clients are going to receive a future cruise credit equal to 15% of the cruise fare that they paid. That's if the itinerary includes a glacial experience. And there's nothing that they need to do if we, for whatever reason, don't get to see the glacier on that journey. We're going to automatically issue that 15% credit for the future use. So there's no one else that can offer this glacier guarantee. Fresh, sustainable Alaskan seafood. With Holland America Line, your clients are going to enjoy Alaska's freshest seafood, proudly served on board. And Holland America Line is the first and only cruise line triple certified for sustainably sourced, wild-caught, and responsibly farmed seafood. And then, of course, number four, we're number one in Alaska wildlife and wilderness tours. Your clients can witness Alaska's diverse array of wildlife on more than 175 animal sanctuary and sightseeing opportunities, including through our new partnership with the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center's Reindeer Encounter. And then we're the only cruise line that offers exclusive access to the Yukon. This is Canada's This is the Patagonia of North America. It's Canada's in Canada's Yukon Territory. Clients are going to travel by land, sea, and rail with the only cruise line that takes them into the Yukon Territory, following in the footsteps of the Klondike Gold Rush prospectors in Dawson City. They'll climb out of Skagway on board the White Pass and Yukon Railroad, and so much more. And if you have clients that are interested in the history of gold, or if they've studied the gold rush of 1898 in school, this is a great experience. And it's the Yukon Territory is one of my most favorite destinations in the world because it is just so unique and so few people experience it. And then, of course, we offer the ultimate Alaska Lodge up in Denali, where your clients can relax. Our private wilderness lodge, perfectly positioned at the gates of Denali National Park and Preserve, and it features stunning views, amenities, and authentic Alaskan hospitality. So I do get asked a lot, when is the best time to go to Alaska? And really, whether your clients are eager to see the migrating whales in June, sail through pristine glacier waters in July, or be surrounded by vibrant fall colors in September, Holland America Line really places them at the heart of unforgettable experiences in every spectacular season. So ultimately, it's going to me, the best time to go is when your clients can have the most time up there. But this gives you a great indication on when it's driest, when it's wettest, when there's the most sunlight. And this this chart that you're seeing on your screen, it is available in our 2027 Alaska brochure that you'll be able to download after this webinar as well. So whether clients want to, we offer the best experience of Alaska for your clients, everything from 7 to 28-day cruise-only itineraries. We're now offering a new 8-day round-trip Vancouver itinerary and 2 18-day Great Bear Rainforest sailings for 2027. We offer convenient weekend departures from both Seattle and Vancouver. And we provide privileged access to Glacier Bay National Park on all of our sailings as well, out of Vancouver, as well as the longer sailings, as well as the north and southbound sailings. We visit Glacier Bay. So we offer more sailings into Glacier Bay than any other cruise line as well. And also, in addition to that, we also have our Alaska cruise tours, and these range anywhere from 9 to 7 days in length. And this combines the best of both a cruise and a land package that brings your clients in the heart of Alaska's wild interior. And all cruise tours include a visit to Denali National Park and Preserve, and we offer exclusive access, like I mentioned, up into Canada's Yukon Territory. When your clients are visiting visiting land with Holland America Line in conjunction with the cruise, we have local tour directors providing expert assistance on both the Denali and the Yukon itineraries. And the majority of our cruise tour itineraries do include the private domed car rail cars and wilderness lodge at the gates of Denali. And again, I'll share again, I mentioned our glacier guarantee. Again, 2027 will be our 80th year of taking guests up to Alaska, and this is how we're able to offer this glacier guarantee. So with Holland America Line, your clients are going to see more Alaska glaciers than any other cruise line. Not only do we offer them the opportunity to see them from the deck of a ship, they can also book an itinerary, a short excursion that would include a catamaran tour or even kayak in front of a glacier. We offer excursions that include seaplanes or helicopters, and they can also go dog sledding or hiking on glaciers as well. So we do offer all types of activities depending on how active your clients want to be up in Alaska, so that they can get more up close and personal with the glaciers, and not only just in Glacier Bay, but other ports around that we sail around. So let's talk a little bit about Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. So we offer more itineraries and more entrances into Glacier Bay, and we do spend a full day cruising, not just one glacier in Glacier Bay, but they get to see up to 3 glaciers in Glacier Bay. Glacier Bay covers 3.3 million pristine acres, and it's home to some of the most dramatic scenery in the world. With a full day of cruising here, your clients have plenty of time to take it all in. National Park Service rangers will join us on board the ship to point out areas of interest and answer any questions about the ever-changing ecosystem that exists in Glacier Bay National Park. We even offer if your clients have children traveling with them, we even offer a junior park rangers program during the day in Glacier Bay National Park. All right, so we also give you more access to wildlife than any other cruise line. We have more ways for your clients to witness Alaska's iconic wildlife. They can choose from 175 plus animal sanctuary and sightseeing opportunities, including exclusive access through our partnership with the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center to see bears, moose, whales, sea otters, and even more. So when your clients are mentioning that they want to see this wildlife, think more than just the cruise to Alaska, because a lot of times the wildlife that they want to see is going to be up in Denali National Park, so they really need to get inland with a cruise tour. And I'll talk a little bit more about our partnership with the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. So we're very proud to partner with them. It's a sanctuary dedicated to protecting Alaska's most treasured animals. A visit here is included in all of our Ultimate Alaska and Denali cruise tour itineraries, and then select short excursions as well. And this is where your clients can go behind the scenes and get up close with moose, bison, bears, and more, while learning about their care and conservation. On board, your clients can enjoy Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center inspired cocktails like Pip and Joe's Moscow Moose, and they can even take home Elon the plush moose, with proceeds benefiting the Conservation Center's vital work up in Alaska. All right, so not only do we offer visits to Glacier Bay National Park, there's other national parks up in this area that your clients can visit. So we'll talk a little bit about Denali National Park really quickly. Denali is about 6 million acres in size, and it is home to diverse wildlife, imposing landscapes, and North America's highest mountain peak. This is where your clients can experience the park's majesty for themselves on a Holland America Line cruise tour, all of which includes a 1 to 3 night stay in our lodge at the gates of Denali. And remember, in 2027, every cruise tour going into Denali includes an entrance into Denali National Park. And then Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. Now, this is a national park that's only accessible from a ship or a boat. So Glacier Bay is part of a larger area. It is a World Heritage Site, and it's one of the largest internationally protected biosphere reserves. It's 3.3 million acres, and it is really best experienced by sea. Certainly your clients could do a flight seeing over it, but it's just not going to showcase the majestic size of those glaciers, as well as all the marine life that's right at your client's feet, and possibly even the being able to see bears along the shorelines. Another park that we visit is Kenai Fjords National Park, and it boasts cascading glaciers, lush waterfalls, and many of Alaska's most beloved wildlife species. We offer the Kenai Fjords National Park on our 14-day Ultimate Denali cruise tour, and it includes 2 nights in Seward, Alaska, which is the closest point to this area. So your clients, if they do the 14-day Ultimate Denali cruise tour, they can experience Kenai Fjords National Park. And then last but not least, of course, is Wrangler National Park, and it's a staggering 13.2 million acres. It has more than earned its nickname, the Mountain Kingdom of North America, and it's home to Hubbard Glacier. It's also the largest national park in the United States. These are the 4 that there's certainly more national parks up in Alaska, but these are the 4 that your clients can visit with Holland America Line. All right, so let's dive in a little deeper into the cruises, the Alaska cruises. So like we mentioned, we are the trusted experts. 2027 will be our 80th year of taking guests to the Great Land. And we offer everything, like I mentioned, from a 7-day up to a 28-day itinerary. Some of our most popular 7 days are, of course, our Alaska Explorer, which is round trip from Seattle, visiting iconic ports up in Alaska. And then we have the Glacier Discovery itineraries, which are the one-way itineraries that go both north, what we call north and southbound, depending on either going up from Vancouver or from Whittier back down to Vancouver, depending on how your clients choose to travel. And then one of the this is an example of a 7-day Alaska Inside Passage, and this is an exclusive. We have exclusive itineraries and shore excursions curated with the History Channel, and this is where history isn't just told, but it's experienced. So these exclusive itineraries and shore excursions curated with the History Channel harness the power of a more immersive storytelling to transport your clients to legendary landmarks and cities that really shaped our world. With expert-led tours inspired by the History Channel, your client's 2027 Alaska cruise becomes a chapter in a story that they'll never forget. So look for the History Channel logo on our curated History Channel itineraries, and I'll showcase some of the short excursions that your clients can do on those itineraries in just a couple of minutes. So. In addition to that, your clients, this is an incredible itinerary, the Great Bear Rainforest itineraries. These are fairly new for us, and we offer both a 7-day and an 18-day version. So this is where clients can sail round trip from either Vancouver or Seattle to explore the 15.8 million acre Great Bear Rainforest. It's one of the largest temperate rainforests in the world, and it's named for the rare white spirit bear. This remote region is rich with wildlife, including grizzly bears, humpbacks, eagles, and wolves. And this is where clients can discover the traditions of the First Nations communities who call it home and enjoy stops in Homer, Sitka, and Ketchikan. This is on the Great Barrier Rainforest itineraries. These are really incredible. They sell out fast because they're so limited. So if you have clients that are interested in doing a little bit more or really diving deeper in, these are great options. And I mentioned that new for 2027, we have 8-day itineraries. So we actually have one 8-day itinerary for 2027. It's round trip from Vancouver. And this is where clients can really see a little bit more and uncover and see some of Alaska's rugged soul on the 8-day voyage. And then we have the Great Alaska Explorer, which is 14 days in length. This is another great itinerary that dives a little bit deeper or offers something a little bit more if your clients have already been to Alaska, because they can then explore ports like Kodiak, Valdez, or even Prince Rupert, plus all the scenic cruising in Hubbard Glacier. So this is great for both first-timers as well as guests that have been to Alaska before, because it does offer something a little bit different. And then, of course, our 28-day legendary Alaska Arctic Circle Solstice Cruise, which will be June 6th of 2027. We've offered this. 2027 will be our 4th year to offer this itinerary, and it sells out really quickly. Guests really love this itinerary because they get to experience going all the way north up to the Arctic Circle during the summer solstice to experience Alaska beneath the glow of the midnight sun. It explores remote frontiers with calls to Nome, Dutch Harbor, and Kodiak, and they get to enjoy an overnight in Alaska, which gets them gateways to short excursions to experience glaciers, trails, and wildlife. And then, of course, they're going to cruise in College Fjords, Tracy Arm, and Hubbard Glacier. And just an incredible itinerary. So again, this one sells out very quickly. It sells out early. It's very popular. It's available now for 2027. If your clients want to go before 2027, we do have some space available still on 2026. All right, so let's switch over to cruise tours. So this really combines the best of both: an Alaska cruise with an unforgettable journey into the heartland of Alaska's interior. So the 2027 cruise tours will be opening um, sometime in November for 2027 for new bookings. Right now, they're not available for making reservations, but they will be shortly. And keep in mind that when you're having a conversation with your client and they mention things like they want to see bear and they want to see the Dall sheep, they're really going to need to get off of a ship and get inland and into Denali. And it's not possible to get to Denali on a short excursion from a ship. It is an 8-hour train ride from where the ships dock into Denali. So clients really need to consider a cruise tour if they're mentioning wildlife and they want to go into the wilderness. I really recommend you position what you're proposing to them to be a cruise tour instead. So we do love Alaska so much, and we've really curated special programs to help your guests and your clients experience it with all of their senses. From our perfectly sized ships, we can get them up close views of glacier, wildlife, and wilderness while they enjoy dining and entertainment that fosters a deeper connection to the people, history, and culture of this incredible state. On our discovery, we'll talk about the onboard experience with Holland America Line up in Alaska, and this is where they really can deepen their discoveries. So onboard experts, when we're up in Alaska, when we're in Glacier Bay, we bring in National Park Service rangers. We bring aboard Alaska Native Voices, cultural ambassadors to detail each historic site and cultural significance throughout Glacier Bay. The day that we're in Glacier Bay, this truly is, every cruise does include at least a glacier day. And when we're on a glacier day, we're going to feature special onboard programming, 360-degree glacier views, and more. So whether it's Glacier Bay, Hubbard Glacier, or College Fjords, whichever one your clients are experiencing, it's going to be a full day with special onboard programming. And then, of course, we'll have Alaska up close presentations where your clients can hear authentic stories and gain unique regional insights from expert presented live on our world stage on board our ships. And then what's wonderful about our cruises is we do have a wildlife expert on board the entire voyage where they're going to point out and help your clients catch the best moments for spotting whales, otters, seals, birds, bald eagles, all types of things. So they're really going to get to see the best of Alaska with Holland America Line, whether it's a cruise or a cruise tour. And our onboard programming is unparalleled, again, with that wildlife expert for helping them spot and identify the wildlife. Let's see, and then of course on the screen is not moving like I want it to. All right, here we go. All right, so and not only can your clients discover Alaska, but they're also going to taste Alaska. We bring destination dining we bring the best of Alaska to them through destination dining, where your clients can sip on glacier ice cocktails. They can savor dishes inspired by authentic Alaskan flavors, where each bite and sip is a delicious plunge into the local culture, all without ever leaving the table. And we are proud to be the first and only cruise line recognized by Certified Seafood International for providing fresh, sustainable, and traceable wild Alaskan seafood served on board our ships. We also offer shore excursions where your clients can actually reel in their own salmon or halibut in the waters of Juneau or Ketchikan and have it prepared on board the ship through our Savor My Catch program, which are shore excursions specifically that your clients go on and have that experience. And then, I can't imagine anything fresher, right? You're out there catching a fish, and then that night you're having it at your dinner. And then we also offer lots of themed menus up in Alaska, whether it's a seafood boil, a salmon bake, even an Alaska themed brunch, and so much more when your clients are up there. So it truly is a 360-degree immersion into Alaska with Holland America Line. And through our short excursions, clients can really experience Alaska. Again, we're number one in Alaska wildlife and wilderness tours. We provide more access to wildlife than any other cruise line. Over 175 plus animal sanctuary sightseeing and short excursions that bring your clients face to face, both with creatures large and small. We talked about our cruise, our glacier guarantee. When your clients are up, and if their itinerary includes a glacier viewing day, they're going to have the glacier guarantee, which is automatic with Holland America Line. They can experience History Channel curated tours throughout Alaska, and also aboard the legendary White Pass and Yukon route railroad into the Yukon. And the White Pass and Yukon route railroad is the #1 rated short excursion in Alaska. And so when your clients are in Skagway, that is the #1 thing I always recommend your clients choose, is that White Pass Yukon route railroad experience. And then let's talk about a couple of the featured short excursions curated with the History Channel. So the first one is gold panning and underground mine exploration in partnership with the History Channel. This is available in Juneau. It's a great excursion your clients can experience and purchase in advance as well. And the one I just mentioned in Skagway, the White Pass Rail, but then we have this excursion that includes the rail. We go all the way up to the summit. It includes gold panning, and it includes a barbecue lunch as well. So that's another great short experience for your clients to experience in partnership with the History Channel. And then some of our other short excursions that we feature up there in Ketchikan, the Rainforest Sanctuary and Totem Park, and Sitka. Who knew that little Sitka was a food capital? I mean, there is more food trucks and food experiences up in Sitka than I've ever seen anywhere else that I've visited in Alaska. And the entire area really is, the food story there is just incredible. And learning about all the history of Sitka with the Russian Orthodox Church there as well. And then Icy Strait Point is that incredible zip liner, adventure sky glider, mountain gondola. That is a great. I had the opportunity to do that this year, and a great experience. An incredible, very fast zip line. And then Juneau. Juneau's very much known for whale watching. That's one of the best ports, I think, in Alaska to go whale watching. But we offer an excursion where guests can also get up close and personal to Mendenhall Glacier, as well as going whale watching. So great experiences. All right, so we truly, Holland America truly has a tradition of genuine hospitality. We were voted best service by Cruise Critic. Our cruise dedication is proof of our commitment to exceptional hospitality. A 1 to 2 crew to guest ratio ensures that each moment on board is filled with care and connection. And Holland America has long been recognized for the friendliness of its crew members, who greet every guest with genuine, authentism, and warmth. And the line's high level of service of what keeps guests coming back for more and more. And that's just one of the testimonials from Cruise Critic that someone submitted. And so also I encourage you, if you have time, to scan the QR code. Please vote for Holland America Line. Best in Alaska. This is the Travel Weekly Awards coming up in November, but if you could please vote today for #1 in Alaska, #1 for Alaska Wildlife and Wilderness. Again, we have that glacier guarantee. We also are known for our fresh, sustainable, wild-caught Alaska seafood, perfectly sized ships, and again, the first cruise line going up into Alaska. And I do want to just mention really quickly, hopefully you're all familiar with our Have It All promotion, but guests who book their 2027 Alaska cruise early, which is now, they're going to be eligible for this Have It All early booking bonus. So for a limited time, it's going to include the short excursion credit, the specialty dining credit, It's going to include free gratuities, free upgrades to the elite beverage package, and the premium Wi-Fi. So if your clients are considering Alaska and they're not ready yet to go for 2026, I highly recommend that you go ahead and book them now for 2027 so they can take advantage of this early booking bonus. It is our most popular evergreen promotion, and that we have is the have it all. But when we first open up trades like Alaska 2027 for bookings, we offer the early booking bonus. So please share that with your clients. Please reach out to them, let them know that 2027 cruises are available now to book, and that cruise tours for 27 will be opening up by the end of November. In addition to that, we also have lots of go-to-market tools for you. So we do have OFTs, so Outlook templates that you can send out to your clients. We have one-sheet guides available that you can download and post to social media or send out to your clients. We have banner ads. We also have social media posts. These are all available on onesourcecruises.com. You can find all of these assets. If you have any issues finding the assets, please reach out to your business development manager. They're happy to help you with this, or you can also use the chat feature on OneSource Cruises for assistance as well. So I just want to, again, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, whether you've joined us live or if you're watching this as a recording. But Johanna, I'll go ahead and we'll open it up now for any questions that may have come in.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And I do just want to share all the reactions that you're getting. People are seemingly very excited about Alaska, but also Alaska specifically with Holland. As you can see, there's a lot of hearts and claps coming in. But I think one question that would be very good, just because we're on the topic of Alaska, is let's say we have a client that's never been. They've never traveled anywhere except to the Caribbean, right? What would we tell them as an advisor what to bring? What is Holland going to provide for them, or what are the best things that they need to make sure they have in their suitcase, and then what are things that they can leave at home?
Yeah, that's a great question, and one that gets asked, I want to say, every time that we talk about Alaska with a client or with a travel advisor, every time we do a presentation at a conference, it's always asked, how should I pack? What should I bring? And what's interesting is Alaska, the weather can change drastically in one day in Alaska, the same day. So you could wake up in the morning, it could be 40 degrees, and by the end of the day, it's 85 degrees in Alaska. So you really never know. I always recommend to prepare for, clients pack a lightweight raincoat with a hood. You can tell your clients they can leave the furs at home. It's not going to be that cold in the summertime up there. But you want to bring layers. So lots of anything that's lightweight and can be dressed in layers, whether it's a sweatshirt and then a polo shirt and then even a t-shirt. I recommend always clients travel with what I call a day pack. So it's just a lightweight backpack that they can keep their clothes in as they peel the layers off throughout the day. But we do offer a really great packing guide that's available in the Alaska brochure. I will say the one thing I recommend that they don't bring is an umbrella. And the reason I say that is if they bring a raincoat with a hood, that's what they'll need. If they bring and a lot of times on these ports, the sidewalks are narrow, the pathways can be narrow, and if they're trying to navigate that with an umbrella, they could potentially hurt themselves or someone else. So I always recommend they leave that one thing at home.
Great tips, and I hope all of our advisors got those packing tips there. And just to kind of stay on the topic of possibly new clients coming to Holland or new clients coming to an itinerary that features Alaska, could you just talk about, I know we spoke about the seafood, which I love seafood, so that was a great thing to note there. But let's say we have people who might not be, as inclined to eat seafood or might have a food allergy to that. Andrew, could you just talk about the other food options available to them?
Absolutely. So we do offer everything from not just seafood, but if clients are more of a carnivore or they're a vegetarian, or if they have food allergies, we can accommodate any type of dietary needs that your clients might have. So, one of the things about Alaska that people want to experience is the freshness of the seafood up there. And there are definitely, like you mentioned, there's quite a few people that don't like seafood at all. So we offer all of the options on board our ships. I will say that if your client has a food allergy of any kind or a food intolerance of any kind, that they do let our team know on board the ship. Generally, the wait staff is going to ask ahead of time, but just in case, always recommend. But we do offer something for everyone, even gluten-free pastas, gluten-free breads. We can accommodate everything pretty much for that your clients may have
Great.
challenges
So
with.
perfect. So all dietary restrictions within like a family or a group would be welcomed, and be able to experience the same thing in Alaska, right?
Absolutely.
Great. And just to kind of stay on the topic of groups there, and just creating itineraries that kind of fit everybody, could you just talk about just the groups program, just a little bit about how many people or cabins, to can be considered a group, and then if there are any like special promotions going on for any group sailings?
Absolutely. So we do offer a very comprehensive group program. Several different ways that you can do it, but we generally consider a group 8 cabins or more, and that's general. So just like a general, like if it was just a group that you're going to book your random clients into, that would be 8 cabins, which would give you after 15 paid guests a tour conductor credit. We do also offer, if you have any affinity groups, meaning a family reunion or a religious group or a craft group that wants to go to Alaska, we offer what's called a connections program. And that's where we would consider a group just 5 cabins, and you can actually earn a tour conductor after 10 paid guests. And that's a program that you can reach out to your business development manager or your business development representative, and they can share the details on that program with you. But if you do want to take out group space, you can do that right through Polar Online via onesourcecruises.com. And if you can take out to 16 cabins with no deposit for the group space.
We'll pause right there. No deposit for the group space.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as it's 16 cabins or less, we're not going to charge you a deposit for that group space.
Wonderful to note there. And I know that you mentioned it. Could you just say it one more time for our advisors who might not have ever accessed the agent portal for Holland America, where they can go to find that?
Sure. Just if they're gonna want to visit onesourcecruises.com, and that's where you can find everything related to Holland America Line to help you either present Holland America Line, learn how to sell Holland America Line, or learn about any type of special training we have, including about a 20-minute group specialized program that you can take as well through the Holland America Line Academy.
Wonderful. And within Holland America Line, that travel agent portal, are there any trainings that they can do that would qualify them for any like travel agent rates or anything like that?
So I'll take your question in 2 parts.
Okay.
So on onesourcecruises.com, we do offer Holland America Academy, which is a core training course that you can complete in about 4 hours. And then there's specialty courses that range anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes each. Once you take those courses, we don't require you to re-up the courses every year. But if you do take the 4 core courses and you do go on a Holland America Line cruise, we'll offer you an onboard credit. For as far as travel advisor rates, we do offer travel advisor rates. They're available to view the sailing list, which is updated every 2 weeks on onesourcecruises.com. Again, everything Holland America Line for travel trade. And there's guidelines to be able to qualify for that travel advisor rate, but we even offer them on our cruise tours up in Alaska from time to time as well. So it's not a flat rate. It all depends on the sailing and the time and the length of sailing and the time of the year. But again, we update those rates every 2 weeks. Great question. And we'd love for you all to come experience Holland America Line.
Yeah, and I think that is a question that we get all the time because a lot of our advisors want to experience it firsthand before they reach out to their clients, right? It's really good to experience it yourself and to be able to talk from that.
Exactly.
And I did see an interesting question here about if Holland America shares status with any other cruise line for like a loyalty program or anything like that.
Yeah, good question, Johanna. That's becoming obvious. It's becoming a very popular question lately because we do see, a lot of different providers within the travel industry, not just the cruise space, offering match services. But as of right now, as of today, as of this recording, we do not offer any type of status match. We really want to focus on, we would like for you to focus on bringing new to cruise customers versus trading a client from one cruise line to the other.
No, I think that's very good to note. And I appreciate you being honest with us about, how the different programs work. And just speaking about the different programs that you guys do have, one program that I think is always interesting to talk about, especially with itineraries that are more educational, right? When you mentioned the partnership with the History Channel, could you talk about the type of multi-gen or family or client who might have children or teens who might be joining them for something like this?
Absolutely. So, what I love about Alaska is, first of all, Alaska is probably, I will say it is probably the best destination, or is the best destination for first time cruisers to come to, because in Alaska, pretty much the waters are very smooth, and anyone that's apprehensive of cruising, it's a great place for them to try cruising and hopefully become a cruising enthusiast, right? But it does also attract, it is a huge attractor for multi-gen families, and Holland America Line does tend to attract a lot more multi-gen families, in that, because not only because it's Alaska, but also because of who we are as a brand, and that we are offering a more immersive experience. And let's say, for example, when grandmother and grandfather are paying for the cruise for everyone, right? They're taking the family on vacation because they want to spend time with the family. They want to have a family experience. At Holland America Line, we create the environment that, during the day they can all go off and do their own thing, but then when everybody comes back to the ship after being out for the day, we create the environment that is distraction free, meaning we're not, the grandkids are going to have time with the grandparents at dinner, because we're not creating any ship type distractions. We're creating an environment that is more to what you would call like a family dinner environment, I guess, if that's the best way to describe it. Not every cruise line can offer that on their ships, and that's okay, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that we really help facilitate that much more than any other cruise line.
Sorry, couldn't find the unmute
That's
button
okay.
there.
I hope that answers your question.
No, it did. I was just trying to find my unmute. But no, I appreciate you sharing that with us there, Andrew. And I think that answers all the majority of our questions. I think there is one question that only you can really give out. Some of our attendees are asking, how would we contact you specifically if they have questions about this presentation, or just have questions in general? Is there another email that they should be reaching out to, or their specific BDM?
Yeah, a couple of different ways. I'm happy to share my contact information. It's very simple. It's adavis@hollandamerica.com. Feel free to reach out to me. I can get you directed to the right individual to help you. On One Source Cruises, we also have a flyer that you can download with all the BDMs, with all the business development managers and business development representatives, with their contact information that you can reach out to. So let's say, for example, you're looking for the person that covers California, you'll see who covers California, and you can reach out to them directly as well. So, or you can also, if you're not sure who that is, you can also reach out to sales@hollandamerica.com. You can send just an email to that inbox, and you'll get an answer as well.
Okay, great. So multiple ways to do that. Andrew, you have been wonderful sharing all of this information about Alaska 2027 and all the different like nuances that Holland has with their brand that create such a unique trip for all the clients on board there. We have answered all of the questions that have come in. Andrew has provided the information to contact your specific BDM or him specifically. But Andrew, if you want to just wrap up with any last tips for selling Holland America or closing that last sale, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much again, Johanna, for allowing Holland America Line to come in and have this webinar. It has been an absolute pleasure to spend time with you all. I know today on the webinar we talked a lot about the 2027 Alaska cruises. We're still selling to Alaska in 2026, and we have cruises and cruise tours available still. So if you have clients that want to go sooner rather than later, we have a lot of great promotions coming up, not only with the Thanksgiving holiday in the US with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but then also the wave season's coming up real quickly. So that's opportunities for you. Again, you know, as I mentioned several times throughout the sailing or throughout the presentation, we are the Alaska experts. We've been going up to Alaska longer than anyone else. And again, 2027 will be our 80th season of taking clients up there. So you can feel confident in recommending Holland America Line because we do know a thing or two about Alaska. So.
Just a thing or two. Incredible,
yeah.
incredible reputation up there in Alaska, Andrew. And on behalf of CLIA and our advisors, we do appreciate you taking out time in your afternoon to spend with us to share all this information. I do want to let our attendees know that Andrew did provide a PDF document for you all to download with information about Alaska. So if you have other questions and you can't find it in there, then obviously reach out to them directly. But I hope everyone has a great rest of the day and the rest of the week, and we will see everyone on the next one.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.